Hey everybody, happy Friday and happy full moon in Capricorn. So yes, I switched things up a little bit. I was gonna have it on Instagram, but I really want to talk about some of these cards that I pulled, and I think I want to do things that are a little bit different this time. So from this point forward, all the tarot pulls are going to be here. I will still let you guys know on Instagram, but they are going to be housed here. And the goal is to give you guys a little bit more education on certain areas, understanding what this means. I know we always look for, positive message, and I think this is what we're designed to really get to a point of, just to develop these positive ways of being. But if I was to sit here and just give you guys candy all the time, I would doing you a disservice. So my intent is to always give you what it is that you need. And that's how Most High does it with me, to give me what I need, right? For the particular moment. Not saying that the Most High doesn't give us what we want. But sometimes we need to focus on what it is that we need so that we can get to what we want, right? So anywho, with that being said, the card that I pulled today, and we're going to be talking within this context, okay, I'll bring it up here and see if you guys can see it, is the Temperance card. And if you can see, there's a being that is mixing some of the water, I'm not sure if it's the lake or the ocean, together. And this card represents, us, like what they're mixing is really our being, right? There's this uh, uh, perfect mixture of light and dark. The word temperance comes from the verb temper, which means to mix, right? So when I pull this card and I look a little bit into it and say, wow, this is a message of getting to a point in our lives, in our being, in our existence, that we understand and we know that we are this mixture. We are this mix of things. And at times in our lives, as things are getting mixed, sometimes one cup has more than the other cup, right? And that's sometimes what life is going to feel like. So what this card is basically reminding us, or letting us know, is that not for us to suppress or not be honest about how we feel our emotions, right? But rather having the understanding that this experience, this human experience, is about that balance of light and dark, ups and downs, right? Happiness and joy. There's a scripture that Solomon says that there is a time for everything under the sun, right? Or maybe there's nothing under the sun, but there's a time for everything in life, a time to laugh, a time to cry, a time to be happy, a time to be sad. So life is about that. And I think sometimes when we go through times that are challenging, what this is being asked of us is, listen, we're taking the calluses here. We're mixing things up. So hold tight. We got you. We're still holding on to you, but we must mix. We must get this thing perfectly balanced for a few reasons. One, for our own evolution, because that's what we're here to do. That's what we signed up for, to evolve, to become ourselves, to evolve. And so at times we're going to need to, shake some things up. But I also like to look at this card as um, our agreement, right? To come to this earth and experience and explore. And so you could look at this card at the beginning of it all, like I made a decision to come here. And so therefore, let me give this human, this person, the perfect mixture of what it is that they need in order to go through this experience. Okay. So within that context, the other card that I pulled was the Knight of Swords. Okay, you can see there's a bike here. He's running after that bike. Isn't that us a lot of times, right? Running after this thing that we think we must have, that we must do, and which what it must be. And sometimes it gets a little tough. And this could be a couple of things, depending on where you see yourself at this very moment. This could be like, am I running after something that is not in alignment with who I am? So I'm having this very, very challenging time because it seems as though that no matter what I do, seems to work, right? And at the same time, it also means that, okay, I have been given this challenge to go after because whatever it is, whatever the outcome is going to be of this, it's going to expand my being. It's going to give me tools, it's going to give me understanding certain things about myself, what I get to discover about myself in this trajectory, in this trial or in this challenge. Okay. So whichever way it resonates with you, just know that this is also part of that process, is that balance, is that mixture, is that temperance, okay? The other one is the Eight of Wands. You guys can see it here. What I like to call is that little light at the end of the tunnel. It's like, oh, man, I ran and I did all what I needed to do. And I'm finally seeing things progress. I'm finally seeing things, opportunities and possibilities, things that I can create, things that I can build for myself, right? So this is what this Eight of Wands is representing. Again, within temperance, right? There's a time to cry and there's a time to smile, to laugh, right? So this what this Eight of Wands represents. So I don't know where you are, where you find yourself at this moment of life. What is being asked of us is, listen, we need to mix this up. That way, you can be able to look at some possibilities and opportunities and ideas. Sometimes these are ideas that are going to come. I know sometimes for me, when I go through some challenging times, all of a sudden when I come out of it, it's like, oh my gosh, I can do A, B, C, D, F, and G. I have had so many ideas after I came out of that space, of that challenging space. So this is what this is. This is that other side, to balance things out. Okay. And then you have the Nine of Cups, right? Oh, I mean, I'm just bringing this, if I can bring it close so you guys can see, right? There is what do you call this in English? Like a chest, is a chest full of jewelry and gold. And, there is this excitement. It's like, oh my gosh, I finally got to a place where I can get to enjoy the fruits of my labor, or maybe I can finally enjoy the shades. And the reason why I say that, because not every tree gives fruit. Some trees are built to give shade. So, depending on who you are, what it is that you're here to do, know that these two balances, okay, these two things, the outcome is always going to be gold, is always going to be golden. And that is the goal, right? Because then we get to really enjoy um, what this is. I heard it one time I read where it says, in order for us to enjoy the light, we have to um, understand what darkness is, right? And then we get to really, like I said, eat now, enjoy the fruits of our labor, the things that we have gone through, right? So it's really important that we understand, however, this aspect of ourselves and not to throw it away, to waste it, to think is happening to you, but is rather happening for you, because the outcome is going to be exactly that. That is the possibility that can be created, but we must, again, really embrace this part of ourselves. And I think a lot of times we push it away, we don't want it, we think we need to change, but just remember that we are being mixed. We are being uh, uh, I like to say, seasoned perfectly. Um, it's funny because in Portuguese, the word season is tempero, again, temperance, right? We're being put together perfectly as we should, okay? And then the last one that I pulled was a Taurus. Taurus is in the 10th house of accomplishments. I want to say, is it accomplishment? Don't quote me, you guys. But I have, again, understanding, to me, what this understanding is, um, Taurus are they're grounded folks. Like they are. I like to look at Taurus as this sign that has its roots so deep ingrained, like so deep, like like deep ingrained, um, that no matter what happens, it's it's there. And the fact that I have is it has the understanding that no matter what happens, because it has its roots um, so well put together that no matter whatever catastrophe happens, things will always grow back. But it has an understanding that it's you know that is there, that is present, and to me that represents source. That no matter what this temperance and what is mixed, what is given to us, what is thrown at us, the fact that we have this grounded roots, uh, things will always flourish. Things will always flourish. That's just pretty much what it is. So that is my message for today. Let me know if it resonated with you in the comments, or if you want to just send me a DM on Instagram. You can find me there at I am Rafaela Silva, and there's letter I, letter M, Rafaela Silva, or a new life school. Until next time, you guys. Bye bye.